Hello everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another cross-stitching video. This video is going to be slightly different from my regular videos because I am not doing an update in this video. I am just going to be talking about the Heaven and Earth Designs 2025 Stitch Along, which I will be referring to as the HAED, H-A-E-D, SAL for 2025. So if you don't know, Heaven and Earth Designs is a full coverage cross-stitch company and I love full coverage charts, and they were one of the first full coverage companies that I found years ago, and they have been doing these stitch-alongs for a while. So I actually participated in them before they were on Facebook, which now these stitch-alongs are on Facebook. I'll get more into that later. And so they used to be on their bulletin board. So I was just going to show first one of the ones that I have finished because I participated in their stitch-alongs back in, I think it was like 2013 or 2014, somewhere in that time frame. I just remember my kids were younger, and so it was somewhere in like the 2013, 2014, or 2015 years. I have a couple of their stitch-alongs. I only have one that I finished, and so this is one that I finished a long time ago, and this is Christmas Presents. It's artwork by Miles Pinckney, and so I've loved their stitch-alongs for a long time. The way their stitch-alongs have kind of always run is they have multiple charts, and you this one used to be free, I think. Now it does cost a little bit. So you purchase the stitch along on their website now, then they will let you join a Facebook group, and to join the Facebook group you put in your order number when you are trying to join the group, and they will approve people that way. And then you get into the group, you get to pick which chart you would like to stitch, and then the way it works now is that if you complete a certain amount of pages, you'll get all the other charts that are part of the stitch along. So in the 2024 stitch along, which I am doing right now, which is this one, they had 10 charts, and so if you finish the chart that you pick, then you would get the other 9 charts, which technically one of them has went away because the artist retired, but you'll get the other charts that you did not pick. And the way that this new one, the 2025 stitch along, is going to work is the chart is bigger than this year's. So this year's chart was around 60,000 stitches, and the charts that they are doing next year are going to be bigger, so they're closer to like 90,000 stitches, so they're quite a bit bigger than the ones they did this year. And that's a lot bigger than this because this one here was only one full page and then the rest of the pages were partials. This one here has, I think, I'm trying to remember how many full pages it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it has 6 full pages and then partials. And the one next year is going to be even bigger, which bigger does mean more details. It also means slightly harder to reach the goals. So for the one next year, the 2025 stitch along, if you stitch 6 full pages of the chart, you will get the other charts free. This year they are having 12 different chart options, which I am pretty excited about because that's a lot. The only thing that I will say is some of them are AI. So if you don't like AI artwork, I think there's like 4 charts that are AI, which is kind of like, wah, but it's fine. There's still like 8 charts that aren't AI, so it's fine. Another thing about the 2025 stitch along is that if you finish the full chart, all 90,000-ish stitches, then you will end up getting all of the other stitch along charts, and you will get to pick one chart for free from the website. So that is kind of like your prizes, your little rewards. And then I also wanted to talk about the charts that are available, because at first I was just like, there's no way I'm doing the stitch along this year because I did not finish my 2024 stitch along. I also have a stitch along from like 2014 or something that I started, and then I actually don't even have the whip anymore because I quit working on it because I didn't like the fabric I picked, which was a quick stitch of Literate Dragon, which is artwork by Randall Spangler. And I actually really love that chart, and I want to go back and stitch it one day because it's only like 20,000 stitches, so it would be really fun to actually get that one stitched on a fabric that I like. Anyways, so at first I was like, there's no way I am doing the stitch along this year. And then I found charts that I like that are in the stitch along. So the first one that I will talk about that I like is there's one called Drinks on the Beach, which is by Lars Stewart, and I love this one. It's a very like colorful piece, and it's different from all the other things that I'm stitching, and so I was like, okay, I do kind of like that one. And then I also saw the chart, where is it? The chart Unicorn Valley of the Waterfalls, and I love this one, and the artist on this one is Jan Patrick Asney, I think, and I also really like this. I will be inserting the pictures of what they look like. So I have two that I really like. There is also a piece of artwork from Stephanie Law that I also like. So there's kind of three that I really like. The only thing is the Stephanie Law one I don't know about doing for the stitch along because the background is really light and I don't know if I'd want to do all the light stitches and try and get 6 pages finished to be able to get the other charts for free. I will also quickly run through the other charts that were available, so if there's something else that you see that you might like, you know, you can see. Because the other thing with the stitch along is the signing up started on November 1st and you only have until December 13th to purchase it and join, and then they will be closing down admission. So you won't be able to join after, I think, December 13th. So that's just like putting it out there as a warning. You do have a limited time of signing up for this. So if you're interested, you know, you can't forget and then remember, you know, at the end of the year and be like, oh man, I wanted to do that. So the other charts that they have available is there is one called Elegant Company on a Terrace, which says the artist is anonymous. I will insert the artwork for that here. And then there is one called Innocent Dreams, which is by L&L Designs, which that one is, I'm pretty sure, AI. It says on here that L&L Designs is Lou and Leslie AI masterpieces. So it is AI, I think. And then there is Jelly World, which is also L&L Designs. Then there is Mother's Love, which is another L&L Designs. Then there is Nature's King by Carol Cavallaris. There is Paradiso Canto 34 by Gustave Doré. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to fully put that out there. There's also Roses by Vincent van Gogh, Steampunk Portal by L&L Designs, and The Garden of Earthly Delights by a name I can't pronounce. I will just put that down here. So there are 12 different charts. Like I said, I have 3 that I really jumped out to me that I would like to stitch one and then be able to earn the other ones. So because I am doing my whip down where I am not just having new starts, to do this stitch along, I would have to have 2 finishes. Right now, I have finished Strawberry Farm, and I am very close to finishing Kita, so I have 2 things that are almost finished, and instead of starting Link, I might possibly do the HAED stitch along, but I'm not sure yet, and I am going to think about it for a little bit before I make a decision. I don't really want to rush. The thing that is also making me want to join, but I would need a lot of people to sign up, is they have reward charts based off of how many people participate in the stitch along. So I'm going to show those real quick. So if 1,000 people join the stitch along, then there is a reward chart which is called Safety First by Dragon Muse, which I think that is another AI piece. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure Dragon Muse is an AI artist. And then if there are 2,000 people or 2,000 participants, then there is the chart Hummingbirds in Spring Crop, which is by Donna Gelsinger, and this one is very pretty. I do like this one. Then if there are 3,000 participants, then there is a chart called Odie Crop by Richard Lorenz, and then if there are 4,000 participants, I really want this chart. So if it gets to 4,000 people who sign up for this, I would have to sign up. Even if I don't start it right away, I would have to sign up for the stitch along just to get this chart. There is Wine Country Crop by Amy Stewart, and I love this chart. You can buy this chart on their website, but it's a much larger chart, and this one here is a cropped version of it, and I really like it. It's really pretty. So I really want the Amy Stewart participant chart, but like I said, people would have to sign up. So I don't know, are other people signing up? I don't know. So are you interested in any of the charts? Do you think you are going to participate this year? Are you sitting it out this year? Because stitch alongs are kind of hard sometimes. It's very easy at the beginning of the year to be like, I will keep up and I will just do this many stitches a day and then I'll be caught up and I'll finish. But it's so easy to get off track and all of a sudden you're not done at the end of the year. So yeah, I really don't know, because like I said, I was all set to not do the stitch along this year. I was just like, nope, I'm whipping down. I don't need any more new things. And now I'm like, if I can get 2 things finished, then I could do the stitch along and get these charts that I think are really good. I will say too that most of the charts that are part of the Stitchalong you can find on the website as a larger version. Most of the Stitchalong charts are crops of other pieces, so like Unicorn Valley of the Waterfalls, it's like a little cropped scene. There is a much bigger chart that you can find on their website, and you could try and crop it yourself if you really didn't want to join the Stitchalong. But I just feel like I'm pretty sure that these charts are recharted for the Stitchalong, so you're getting like a decent size with a decent amount of details. So that's the only hesitation with just cropping it out of the other chart that's on their website, is you might not have as much details because it wasn't charted to just be that size, you know? I will also mention too that in my opinion, I think that the charts this year being bigger, you're going to get more details, but I also feel like they have better proportions than last year's Stitchalong charts. I feel like a lot of the Stitchalong charts last year were either like really thin and wide, or they were really tall and skinny. And so I feel like the proportions on last year's, there were some of them that were kind of cropped in weird dimensions. And so I feel like this year's are much more proportionate looking crops, which I am happy about. And like I said, I really can't decide between the Unicorn Valley of the Waterfalls chart and the Lars Stewart drinks chart. The Lars Stewart one is just fun because of the colors would be very fun to stitch on that chart. And I don't think I mentioned it before, but this is a Stitchalong, so the way a Stitchalong works is, other than picking the charts yourself, they send the charts throughout the year. So at the beginning of the year, you would get like a certain amount of pages, and then, you know, 3 or 4 months later, you'd get more pages, and then it keeps going like that. So throughout the year, you would get a section of the chart. And the way that this Stitchalong will work, I just saw on here, it says that the first 3 installments will each include 4 pages, and then the 4th and final installment will have the full chart. So I'm guessing that some of the charts might have a different amount of pages, but yeah, so I'm really tempted by the Stitchalong, and I just thought I'd put a video out there. Number one, it will get people to see it in time, because like I said, this is a timed thing. You have until December 13th to sign up. So if you want to sign up and you missed it last year, I'm just letting you know it's available right now. It costs $15 on their website. They do have a sale on the website, but the sale does not work on the Stitchalong, which makes sense because, you know, it's already a deal, because you're getting the one Stitchalong chart when you purchase it. There will also potentially be reward charts for the amount of participants, and then if you stitch a certain amount, you'll end up getting more charts at the end of the year. So you're already getting, you know, quite a bit for what you are spending. Another thing that I was going to mention too that I just saw on the Facebook post that they made about this is that you can also do diamond painting, beading, and tent stitching. So there is no penalty for doing tent stitching. It's not like you have to do a double the amount of pages for the 6-page finish. And you can also do diamond painting, which diamond painting does tend to go faster than cross stitch. Potentially. I don't diamond paint a lot. I haven't diamond painted in a long time, but it seems like when I did, it was faster than cross stitch. So that is all that I have for this video though. So let me know down below if you are thinking about participating, or are you not going to be participating? Do you like any of the charts, or do you not like the charts? Because I did see in the Facebook group that there have already been people who are like, no, I'm just not interested in the charts that are available this year, which is fine because, you know, everyone has different tastes. I am really hoping that they get to the 4,000 participants though, because I want the Amy Stewart chart. So if they got up to 4,000 participants before December 13th and I knew that, I would instantly join the Stitchalong just for that, so I could get the Amy Stewart reward chart even if I didn't start it right away. So there's that. Thank you everyone for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!